Hello, we have 3 viewers. How's everyone? Wow. Excited? Haven't done oh, hi Steph Swag. Haven't done live streams in a while. After I moved here to Canada, turns out all I had to do was re-authenticate my account, and then we're solid. So that's nice. Yo, Black Ace Delta, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Playing some Gold Paladin. Evidently, since I don't usually, I didn't post a pack opening for this season. It's because I didn't open any packs. Holding up my small stash for the SP medals, and hopefully I can complete most of the cards with that. But right now I only have like 200. So what can you do? Top deck Bowmains. No. What can we do? All right. Let's see. What can we do here? The thing is that the Linchu, right? Like, even if I draw into Bowmains, I can't catch up. Would they kill the Criff? This way, I'm protecting my my Criff and my AK. So that way, if my opponent does want to eliminate one of them, they have to at least counterblast to do that. Solid heal. And we put the easel back too. Ooh, very nice. Not very nice. Let's see. Did you do any openings yet? Everything great, by the way. Thank you. Very nice. No, I haven't done any openings for this set. I only have, I think, 250 packs, roughly, gems included. So gonna hold off. I think with this half of the month, I'll get another, I don't know, 30, 40, and then I think I'd be comfortable getting all the stuff for this set with the SP medals, and also probably spend some gems on the Spike Brothers. So that's my plan. If they rise Zuitan, they will. Yeah, gotta, because the counterblast is free, right? It's like the original Saishin and the what's its name, free CB combo. Except you also get soul with this card. So that SPPG looks really sick. Look at all those grade 2s. Jeez. Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm playing the draw variant, or the ride chain, actually, I'm just kind of bored of playing crits or stands. Gonna try different things from time to time, and it's a different meta, right? So I think it's important to playtest. I mean, even old decks have to adapt to the new meta. And oh, we finally got the grade 2. Only grade stuck for 1 turn. I call that a success. Okay. We go face. Hey, Cardfight Geek, how's it going? Have you uploaded anything recently with the new set? Everyone go check out Cardfight Geek. He's a smaller channel, still starting up. Unfortunately, we all suffer from the free-to-play curse, so we don't have a complete collection. But still, if anyone wants their daily dose of Vanguard 0, you can check him out. There's the Shiver. I remember when this card came out in the TCG, everyone called it an electric shaver. dragon because of the translation. Turns out it's a P, electric shaper dragon. Electric shaver or electric shaper? Which one would you like? While we do this, I will be working on my brake ride is a strong mechanic. Yeah. Personally, one thing that I really liked about Game Studio is that they're definitely changing up things to make the new stuff better. Like, imagine if we didn't get these new sentinels, right? New type of sentinels, then brake ride would be really bad because you just get damage denied, and you can't self-damage to use it, right? So, in order to tackle that, they actually introduced the new sentinels, which help you enable that brake ride turn, and so I think that's pretty good design, good effort. Plant Ezaru. This is what am I trying to do here? Such a bad player. Liberator video got deleted. Why? What happened? And in the video, I beat an Aquaforce player. It's pretty good. I mean, Aquaforce, I personally think is definitely still a really good deck in this meta, especially since, you know, eradicators and stuff, you usually need that one buffer turn you basically have to wait for one extra turn before you actually get to do stuff. So Aquaforce's rushdown, you know, putting your opponent to 4 earlier when your opponent's grade 2 or still in their first grade 3 turn, definitely makes them fare a bit better in this current meta than the previous one, actually. Got most of the Genesis deck except for one Chamomile. Chamomile is really good. You probably got to play 4. But I'm pretty, you know, I saw your pulls, you know. Unfortunately, you didn't pull any Eradicators, but it's good that you don't care. We don't have to all play for the meta, right? Like, Eradicators, undisputed #1. But Genesis is really sick, and I'm looking forward to play it too. Very excited that the Ride Chain is actually rank reward, so that's sick. So what are you replacing it with? Ek? Should I call you Ek or like EKKK? Or like Ek? Nobody asking me why I'm playing the old PG. I think that's an interesting pick. I got 3 Gauntlets and 2 Descendant. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How many packs did you pull? Maybe you told me, but you know, I have really bad memory, so I'm forgetful. But I mean, overall, how about the Vowings? How are you doing with Vowings? Cardfight Geek. Iconic 7 says, the only clan I have complete for Vanguard 0 English is Kagero. Is that good or bad? What do you have in Kagero? How about that? I think it depends on which build in Kagero you're talking about. Kagero will get support in 2 sets. So with that set, with the Break Ride support, Kagero is definitely no-brainer decision here. Kagero is definitely going to be top of the game. Mid-bottom tier 1 from what I've been seeing in JP. But Dauntless Drive, the End and Blockade, they're both really strong mechanics. So if you have any blockades or the End right now, I think you're pretty solid moving into the future Kagero support. Back to Kriff, I see. Yeah, testing Kriff. I'm not a big fan of Kriff, but you know, obviously you have to actually playtest to see if it's good or bad in action. 106 Vowing? What do you mean by 106? 106 Vowing. Dungary is kind of dead. Irads is super popular, and they run Linchu. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait for your next set review. Very resourceful. Ooh, I'm being a little nervous here. Haven't done. Oh, I misplayed. No. Should have put the Actually, no. I had to call it the trip, right? Ideally I want to put out the Disciple of Pain, behind the trip, but the trip was the third unit that I called out, so I guess, you know. Here I'm putting the raw stat units in front because my opponent's low in hand. If they want to ride the Descendant, it means that they have to commit one extra Eradicator from your hand to the board, and that means that they can't fill up these two circles comfortably. If I left the Spirit in front, they can just move up the 7k and beat it up, so I don't want that. So yeah, solid stats is better in this situation, in my opinion. 106 packs, that's so good! Oh, we won. Whatever. FV sniping wasn't that very common set 8, but now with Irad's forward Vanguards are very fragile. 100%, 100%. Something interesting is that Linchu wasn't actually very popular in JP. At the beginning, you still saw a lot of Dangri, you still do. But Saishin, I think, was a pretty popular pick because Saishin doesn't require, you know, a special counterblast or name. You know, with the new support, you have to use Eradicator name or Eradicator counterblast. Saishin doesn't require that. It does not do as much work. But it's more fluid. And since most Eradicator builds, right, or around the beginning, really like to mix and match cards, Desert Gunners are really good. So because of that, because you're not playing pure Eradicators, a lot of people opted for Saishin instead, which I think you know, both cards are still really good. And it's dependent on how many Eradicators you're playing or how you want to control the board. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, thanks. I'm asking because I just want to know if it was a good idea to get all the cards for Kagero. Kagero's solid. Kagero's, you know, a main character clan. Dragonic Overlord is still obviously pretty good. Unfortunately, it's a bit slow in this current meta, but it can still do work, definitely. Have you seen my my news video? The current, what we have for Kagero right now, actually topped in JP 3 sets in advance, even without the new support. So, you know, definitely, of course, having new cards is better, but the current build still viable and still does its job. Keep farming Kagero material by the time they have their next support. Yeah, you still have 2 months to prepare. So do that. Our opponent's playing crits, which makes me a bit wary. I think I'm okay. But 2 Blaster Blade Liberator and 3 Ganslot give my 4 Ganslot. You're missing 1 Ganslot. You can get 2 Blaster Blades from the rank reward anyways. And I think early in the season is always the best time to grind because everyone's trying new cards. You know, like right here, this person evidently doesn't have a lot of Eradicators. You know, it's vanilla Narukami with Descendants, but Descendant needs 2 Eradicators to discard. A lot of people don't have their pieces yet. So it's still a good time to play the decks that you're comfortable with, get some solid Ws while your opponent's still playtesting. Yeah. One advantage Genesis has is that they barely care about FV sniping. Yeah, both the Raichain or the other one, they're all pretty good. Why do we keep missing our easels? Yo, it's not cool. Not cool. What do we do here? Do I ride the Platinum? I can borrow and bounce. What will that do for me though? Nouveau Vague comes, Kagero is borderline tier 0. Does everyone know about Nouveau Vague? Me and Ek had a pretty good discussion about that card. It's the technically second grade 4 in the Card Fate Vanguard TCG. They actually tested the idea of grade 4 with a Great Nature promo. It's like a little bunny, came with the Aquaforce trial deck in JP. Didn't really do much, but people teched it just because it was grade 4 and it was nice and new. But yeah, like I think around set 13 of the TCG, which is set 12 of Vanguard 0, because we're one set behind. There was an extra booster that introduced Nouveau Vague, a grade 4 Kagero card. If you're interested in knowing more about it, check out my top cards video. I think I talked about it briefly. We're going back into the easel, exactly the same pattern as last game. And that card nullifies your opponent's triggers. So say goodbye to 6 damage heals. We don't care about 6 damage heals no more. Has a skill that wipes your opponent's board, super strong. And all the nice stuff. So, what else? Where pack opening Entropy. Entropy is poor. No pack opening. Yeah. I've been opening packs for the last few sets back to back to back. So my reserves are cut. I don't want to really support an incomplete game. So haven't really put any money into this game. Did the ads for them though, because I really wanted to see if it actually worked. I played some other games and honestly, I never had a good experience with them. But I guess some work here, just for like 1 or 2 or like 4 gems, less than 10 gems. Here, is it a misplay to attack into it to let your opponent do Vermilion? I mean, it's a little too late. I have to go face and hope to hit. Oh! Oh no, that happened. But yeah, just go face. If I lose, I get VP. I don't really care. Usually I just play on the side and solid, we put the PG back. So good. Unless they nerf Nouveau to the ground, that card will be all kinds of busted. Agree. I'd be interested to see, because in 0, you don't get to guard. It nullifies triggers, so it manipulates damage. I'm interested to see what they do with the 5k you get when a card gets put from the top of the deck to the damage zone. What if Nouveau interacts with that? What if your opponent gets nothing from that? And that'd be so disgusting. Yeah, nullifying any damage checks as well would be way too busted. I guess they won't do that. Grade 4 though is still gonna be inconsistent, but. I'm not sure if there will be SP medals, but I'm only pulling 2 weeks after because I don't want to get glow. Yeah, unless you did pull for the last set, which you should have if you're planning to play Aquaforce anyways. This is super bait. This is. I have my 4 glories. I don't wanna draw into that alt art. Honestly, the alt art looks pretty ugly too, so. Not for me. Not for me. I say not for me at least. Some people might like it. Some people might dislike it. Not for me. Oh, it's the go face. It's supposed to be bounced around being a grade 4, but it turns out the rest of the engine. Yeah, because they had the grade 1 that that helps you switch a grade 3 or above for grade 4. Or no, grade 4 for any yeah, they're grade 1 to fix that, right? So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Actually, what's the level of power Bushiroad gave to Kai's deck? Yo, Kai is like. I think we lost this game. No PGs, opponents Vermilion, thunderbolting us. We have 2 out of 13, and it's actually better odds than 2 and 13 because we did drive check, right? What is? Okay. It's rough. Oh no. Yo, Glenn, what's up? Nouveau only negates 6 damage heals. It also has a silent tom effect, so PGs won't work. Yeah. I'm wondering what they would do, cause like Nouveau does a lot of stuff. But how are they gonna transition it into Vanguard 0, right? Like, are they gonna go with the Glory Maelstrom approach, with putting a cost to it and nullifying PG, like forcing your opponent to show grade 3? Are they gonna straight up just nullify it? Because that would be really terrifying. We lost. What? What decks are you playing this set? I am poor. I'm playing my old decks. I am playing golds. I'm playing Shadow Paladin. I'm playing, what else am I playing? Aquaforce. Yeah, I have a few builds. This one's the stand one. This one's a 1-to-1 copy with the one, what's the name? The one that got 3rd place in the tournament with the new PGs. I explained why I had to play draws with the variant that I did a deck profile on, because the PGs are different, right? So if you're interested in why I made changes, go check out that video. Definitely do think that, you know, the new PGs does help this build. So this build I actually really liked playing. This build I net decked from Patricia and Pat. If anyone knows Patricia and Pat, numero uno player in the Vanguard Zero Championship 2020 Global. So very good player, consistently tops tournaments. This one was from, remember that tournament that I did with Juan Mango? Yeah. Patricia and Pat brought this list, and I was like, crits? Turns out, crit's good. Crits win game fast. Now I think in theory less effective because opponent's playing new PGs, right? So if you let your opponent Eradicator go to 5 early on, then you're probably gonna die the next turn. So it's probably not the best in this meta, but I had my fun with it. What else was fun? Playing some Kogeki boy. Didn't end up pulling all the pieces with Giraffa and the Master Beetle, but the Raijin is surprisingly pretty good. So I guess maybe we'll play a game of this. Same here, man, meaning Easel and Aqua. They're solid, right? They're solid. I mean, people who didn't finish Eradicators and are fans with Narukami, don't give up on Dangri. Dangri's still so good. Just keep swinging. In my Erad build, I run the Grade 3 Searcher because all your grade 3 good, Vowing good, Break, Ride, Gauntlet eats PG and doesn't give LB Descendant good, Boss Unit and other Break, Ride good, alternative to Vowing. Alternative. Sorry, I have to read that. Big chunk. Am I right? I'll play the Grade 3 Searcher. Grade 3 Searcher. Okay. Grade 3 Searcher is always been pretty stable in the Break Ride era, if I remember. But the thing is, yeah, it's like if you want consistency with the Break Ride turn, or if you want the early game pressure, right? With Lin Chu and Saishin. So I can see that. I can see the Grade 3 Searcher being useful. Definitely. Going Vowing into Gauntlet or going Vowing into Descendant is so good. Can't deny that. Totsukeki! Alright, say it with me, boys. Totsukeki! Hey, Orion. How's it going? Oh, it's been 25 minutes. How's everyone doing with the new meta? What is working for you? What's your favorite deck to play right now? I want to build Link Joker when it comes out, but I love Kagero. I don't know what to choose. It sucks when you have clans that you want to play and they come out back to back. 100%. Why not both? My answer is why not both? Right now you can save for Kagero crafting materials. So do that. You still have plenty of time to do that. Does anyone know why I want to pick this card? Ride this card instead of this one? I'm just gonna The reason why is because your opponent knows that you drew this card from your deck, right? In terms of card order. But only you know that this card is the grade 2. Like, it might be trying too hard here, but like, I care about these little information differences. And it definitely does make a difference when you're trying to make plays. Definitely. Totsukeki! Alright, let's see. Polaris. Polaris is the fangs. Still very good. Liberators. Of course, Liberators. You've been tooting their horn for quite a while now. Very fun. Unfortunately, you're missing one Ganslot, right? But I think it's pretty good. Genesis and Easel with Break Ride. Easel with the Break Ride. With Ganslot? Are you playing Blaster Blade Liberator then? Would be interesting to know that. Because it's like a free +1, right? But then if you play it, then you're playing a vanilla 9k for when you're not on Ganslot. So, what are your thoughts on Aqua? I think Aqua has a lot of weak spots. The opponent can use it to kill. Aqua? Initial impression really like super good. Now I think it's moderate. Aqua is very technical. There are a lot of pieces that you need to get. It's not as consistent as the other decks, but when it pops off, it's really, really strong. Still not as good as Eradicators, but still strong. So I'd put it at bottom of tier 1 right now. Hakayu. Master Beetle. Why'd I put it here? Because if I call this out, see a grade 2, a grade 3, well, at least I can still put it there. No, just my thoughts on Aqua. Oops. I want to do this first. Attacking with Vanguard doesn't implicate hitting heals, and it means that I get the on hit. Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah. Sorry, not the Gans slot. The other one. Yeah, the one that's like counterblast and then superior call. Definitely. I think that card's pretty good. Yeah, my bad. I made an assumption. Because we were talking about Ganslot just now, so my bad. Bleoberis, best break ride. Yeah, true. If you miss the LB turn 3, riding a break ride before Easel often helps. Yeah. Like with Easel, generally speaking, even if you miss the Easel, grade 3 ride, you're gonna go back into the Easel. Get Hirotoriga! The BBB is here. Where would you put Liberators? Right now, I'd say go play Easel. Totsukeki! Oh no, what is gonna... what are we doing here? Attacking Vanguard first because we need the heal. The PGs! Alright, it's over. Good round, Bugs. Tier 0. Psh, come on. Do you think Vanguard 0 should give better birthday character rewards than giving us a cake for the gachi room? Yes. I mean, I'm a greedy boy. Give us more stuff, Bushi. Come on. Come on. That's so... You give us like Aichi medals because it's Aichi's birthday, and then turn around and give us like birthday cakes, stuff for a feature that not a lot of people use. You can do better. Really? I'm like, oh. Cardfight Geek is just trolling. He's like a super Liberator fan. Ignore him, Ryan. Yeah. He's just trolling. Like right now is weaker easel. Yeah, like it's fun to play with new stuff. Oh, our opponent misplayed! What? Why? When you think too hard. They saw that we had 2 PGs go to the bottom of the deck. The chances are quite low. Ay. Don't do that, fam. Meaning Liberators suck. Good to bad isn't a yes or no answer, a question. It's not yes or no, right? It's ordinal. I mean, it's relative as well. So I gotta focus on this game real quick, fam. No more heals. We only have 1 shot at the face, so if our opponent has a PG, which they probably do have, it's not gonna go well for us. I feel like eliminating grade 3. I don't know if our opponent has that many offensive options, but why? Rewriting the Giraffa because I value the retire over the paralyze, because getting rid of the choice is better than just leaving it on the board, and it helps my grade 2 become a 12k base, so that definitely helps. Oh, Giraffa needs to hit. Oh, such a bad player. Shit. Why you bully my Liberators? Yeah, I'm bullying your Liberators, huh? Alright, this is it. But after the Garmor Thog, maybe? Garmor is good. Garmor is good. I like Garmor. Pretty solid card. They're only just gonna get more and more support Liberators. They're gonna get Monarch Sanctuary, Liberator, Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. So nice. Handles lock as well. And if you're interested in easel, don't give up in the game. You don't have to transition to Liberators. You will get easel scissors. What should we play? Let's play a bit of Aquaforce. Stuck in rank 7. Not good. It's been half an hour. We've won 1 game, lost 2. So, Easel still the god of free to play. Yeah. You get 4 Easels for rank reward. You have 4 planas. Yeah, I mean, you know, still good. I'd say even if you didn't reach the legend rank that you wanted to get the rewards, we are gradually seeing those legend rewards in the tournament V coupon. So you can just wait for it. This season we got season 1 and 2's Blaster Blade and season 2's Draconic Overlord. Next month we're gonna get the CEO and the Perfect Riser. So it will take some time, but when Easel Scissors come out, we will probably be seeing the original Easel back in the store. Probably. I didn't do the math, but it should line up somewhere there. VP Farmer, yay! Alright. Here's a little secret. I actually do enjoy my animations, and Cynthia's little trident lance, so slick. It's better than the magic balls, you know. Nice. But at the same time, Easel gets Grand Easel. Yeah, Ganslot, Zenith, Easel, Scissors. So many choices for gold players, you know. Main character privileges. you know, good stuff. If they don't change Chaos Breaker, Link Joker is going to be busted. Have you seen JP gameplay? Revenger's still doing solid according to initial assessment by Gamebox and the other websites. Revenger's still supreme. So, but Link Joker definitely. Chaos Breaker pretty much broke the game. They said that they'd hold front row lock, hesitant, but guess what happened? It's still in the game. It's still pretty prevalent, and it's not fun. It's not fun. People are like, oh, you can damage deny. Don't give them LB4. Guess what? There's still plenty of options to lock. To do that early game without Limit Break 4. If you manage... Ooh, what happened? What was that sound? What does that mean? Ooh, does that mean someone subscribed? Awesome. I didn't expect someone to subscribe, but super cool. Thank you. And then it said that free clan events don't become that meta. True. Iconic 7, I will have to disagree with that. Spike Brothers is meta. Was meta, sorry. It will be pretty meta as well. It gets frequently brought out. Murakumo also tops. What else? What else is doing pretty good? Mainly those two. So if you are interested in a free-to-play clan, if you are a new player and you want to play competitively, but you want to start, with a new account, you get a lot of stamina with a new account, and you'll get a lot of tickets as a result. So definitely start when Murakumo comes out. Very solid clan. The Wave 3 clan betters do seem better. Exactly, Ek. I am main character. Yes, with the Gold Paladin, you are. Hey, Get0422. Welcome to Entropy. Thanks for joining us today. We're just farming a VP farmer right now. Talking about future cards. Here's a question. With the Wave 3 content, comparing it to the TCG, or if you haven't played the TCG, you can still answer too. What do you think will be a surprising top? Like, I didn't expect Murakumo to do that well, honestly. Murakumo without the reverse stuff, I thought was really underwhelming in the TCG. I did play Murakumo reverse. Super fun. What's it called? Yaki Vogue. So Spikes was everywhere at set 5. I love Spikes. They managed to fix Murakumo's issue of leaving empty front rows. They did. That's really exciting to me. Like, as a TCG player, there's so many cool clans that are unfortunately gonna always underperform because of their mechanic, right? Like, only until when they enter G or when they enter a new series and they're willing to give it a new keyword or a new way of doing things, will some of these clans shine and some of these clans, hit the shelf. But I'm glad that they took more initiative in making changes, buffs rather than nerfs in this game. All right. I guess we didn't get to play an actual game. My Vermilion got beaten so bad, I still got 100 though. 100 what? Well, what metric is that? 100 points? 100 wins? Yes, he in the Entropy channel, we hate Liberators, so we are all biased towards Easel. Yeah, I'm biased towards Easel. Easel's so solid. Just wait and see. Liberators will get their chance. The spotlight will shine on them. Nubatama hand destruction will be stupider in 0. Many of their hand destruction cards effects are early game on hit. Yeah, okay, so again, I think we talked about Nubatama pretty long ago with the last video about clans or last live stream. But Nubatama's thing is hand destruction, right? Like, I still got rank 100. Wow, that's impressive. Good on you. It's been a while since I got to rank 100. Oh, like top 100. Okay, well, you gotta maintain it. But right now, it's like everyone's racing to the top. Stay on it, yeah? Nubatama gets rid of cards. They came out in set 1 of the original game with the ninja aesthetics. But how it usually works is that it's like if your opponent has more than or equal to the number of cards in your hand, they have to discard 1. So in Vanguard, offense is playing down cards, defense is keeping cards here, right? So when you're on your offensive turn, you're going to play down cards. So most of the time, you're going to have less cards in your hand than your opponent when they're on their guarding turn. Remember that on your offensive turn, you get drive checks. So you actually draw 1 to 2 cards, at least, and it's consistent with every single clan, right? So even when shifting the turn, your opponent gets drive check, you get draw for turn. Your skills will generally proc because your opponent got 2 cards and you got 1 card. You can always play that 1 card down. So that was pretty bad. Of course, Nubatama didn't really get like a proper clan support. They didn't even get triggers and stuff. But Bushi probably saw that it was a problem, and then put that in the shelf. Considered doing that later on, and they did in set 13. But yeah, even after the hand destruction stuff, they do some nutsy stuff in Vanguard G. So. I agree, anime is a mistake. Aichi should have won the fight with Revengers and Liberators on the high school tournament. Honestly, one of the things that hooked me into Vanguard was that Aichi was a beginner, like a proper beginner. Without plot armor, without bullshit Heart of the Cards until later into the season. But there were consequences and repercussions to each game. You know, Aichi didn't have grade 3, so guess what he had to do? He had to open packs. You know, that could be Bushido telling you to buy cards. But realistically, you know, you can't play with, you know, the trial deck your entire career. You gotta figure out that there's some stuff missing and you gotta play around it, right? You know, he went to different card shops and learned to play with different communities. Remember, he went to the Psyqualia people, and then he interacted with different cards. He got his Alfred there, which was referenced in the Vanguard If anime. If anyone watches that, I speed through it. But yeah, like, I think that's very realistic, and that kind of touched me in a sense, because when I played other card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! I started with Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of the fun was, of course, getting to play with people, deck building and whatnot, but also about, you know, meeting new people, right? About like, oh yeah, why is the meta slightly different in this shop? You know, maybe there's a prevalence in I don't know, Link Joker, for example. So more people are, you know, anti-Link Joker, playing more of those easel scissors and stuff. I don't know, but definitely very cool. Do you think they will buff Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth? It was kind of weak in the TCG, but it was my favorite card aesthetics-wise. You know, I didn't play Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth, but I actually got the sleeves for it because it was just so sick. You can see the rings at the back. It actually has like those symbols and characters. Insane. Absolutely beautiful. Love the art. Ah, did I misplay? Okay. Hold up. Nope, I don't think I misplayed, but I need to play the grade 2 in front. Yes. I should have rotated the original Maelstrom. I thought I had lethal. I was multitasking. Bad player. Sorry, back to the chat. If there's one unfair win in the anime, it's Kyo versus Leon. That fight had plot armor all over it. I mean, it's an anime after all. I think, which one was, which other, I think Misaki's run in the original tournament and the Asia circuit was so imbalanced. Like in Asia circuit, she kept losing with Tsukuyomi because she kept misriding. But in the original season 1, near the end, she just kept hitting it, right? If you hit Tsukuyomi, you win. If you don't hit it, then you lose. I guess it happens, but a little bit of balance would be nice, I think. Who's my favorite character? This guy, Ren. He honestly hooked me into the game. He was super emo and edgy, which is cool. But after he, got his Psyqualia thing under control, he's still a good player, right? He still has the power, but he's more suave. Like he's chill, right? He's better than you, but he doesn't need to say that. You know that. He'll kick your ass. And I think that is a very good attitude. So one common misplay is people always counterblast for Diamantes and Basil. If your opponent doesn't have a grade 2, you don't need to do that. I don't know, some people... You might be asking, why did you even bother with the 4th attack pattern? The reason why is because, well, if I attack with Maelstrom first, right? Opponent can't guard with it 100% because they don't have 2 cards. But what that means is I'm letting my opponent check for 6 damage heal once. Here, because 11 plus 4 plus 5 is 20 anyways, it means that our opponent has to check for 2 heals in a row. So 1 heal or 2 heal. I think 2 heals is harder to pull off. So this is, if our opponent hits exactly, if I went with Glory Maelstrom first, our opponent would have hit heal, my turn would have ended. But here, our opponent didn't check the 2 heals in a row, and it's GGWP. Cross arms, easy game. They made Kai versus Leon. They made Kai misplay so hard, lol. Okay, the original anime was kind of iffy, but the V-Series one was worse. If anyone played the V-Series game, there was a match between Ren and Misaki. Back then I played Shadow Paladin in V, I played PBD, you've seen it somewhere. And, and you know that OTT was such a good matchup against Shadows. Like there were videos of people just explaining how to beat OTT and it's just rush them down. It's like, how? Play out your hand, beat them before they get protect. And then I guess it works, but it means you're desperate enough to throw everything to the wall and hope for it. It's a really bad matchup. My friend played OTT and I had just such a bad time. But it was fun. It's good times. But yeah, Misaki Season 2 was basically screaming, use new decks. Yeah, Bushi was like, oh shit, Tsukuyomi too good, MLB too good, the end too good. What do? We want people to buy packs? Restriction list. But before they did the restriction list hard, they were like trying to, sway people, like, oh, try something else, try Coco. And then, people noticed that Coco was not as good. But I guess people had to go into Coco because Tsukuyomi got restricted. And then after that, we got CEO Crossride, Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu. That was fun. Still not good. And in the same set, we got Fromage. Fromage was nice, I'd say. Yeah, punch those Eradicators. Now, did anyone get the Naoki skin, by the way? It's 200 V medals. You also get the reverse one when set 12 comes out. So go do that if you're interested. And Vanguard 0 adds English voice lines. Would you prefer them or stay with the voice lines we have now? Honestly, I think the Vanguard anime English lines are pretty solid. like compared to some other anime dubs, I think they did a really pretty good job. But personally, I grew up with the Japanese dub, so I would stick with the Japanese voices, just for me. Link Joker theme should play when you put. Oh, the Link Joker theme is so good. I wish. Has anyone played Vanguard EX? Vanguard EX has this thing where like if the game knows it's your turn, and you can do things, they will give you like a nation specific theme, right? Like Dark Irregulars, Pale Moon would get some circusy kind of cool theme in the background, and it was always so satisfying to play that game. Fortunately, it's a bit outdated, but if anyone wants to play Vanguard EX, hit me up. What we gonna do? I think this game is pretty lost. Can't hit numbers. Play the 6+2. Yeah, in this deck you play 4 to 5. No, 3 to how many? 5 to 6 8K grade 2s, depending on your basal self-damager distribution. And what that means is that your 8K grade 2 a lot of the time will not be able to hit 9K or 10K rear guards or intercepts, or like hit numbers to hit your opponent's Vanguard unboosted. And so playing the 6+2, you know, like some people say, why not just play the 8K? You can just boost the 8K to get 16. But sometimes you have, you know, column, right? Like grade 2, grade 3, grade 2, grade 3. And if you call it the A6+2 here, you can boost the 8K grade 2 to get 10K. It'll get retired because of the intercept mechanic. Then you can set it up with a better stat rear guard there while maintaining a 6K booster here for a different column. In the Kai and Leon fight, Leon did a 6 damage heal, right? Glory versus Blood. Yes, season 2. Kai beat him with the Blood, and Glory, Leon, yeah. Plot armor. Ah, what do we do here? Mew. Penguin. Shoudanryu. Maelstrom. Put our opponent to 3. The good thing about the Eradicator matchup, I think everyone, if you're seeing it often, is that our opponent doesn't have self-damagers, or it's not optimal to play the Narukami self-damagers in a pure Eradicator build. Or most Eradicators builds won't see self-damagers. Not because they're bad players, but because Narukami has so many good options. You have Desert Gunners, you have Unflippers, you have Counterblast to retire, whether that's front row or the grade 2 or below. Ay, such a good clan. Halloween got him Naoki skin. Nice. Halloween skins are so nice. I can't wait to play them. Yeah, you get to play this kind of stuff. Cannon, Wyvern. Hey, how is Gold Powder with the new units? Hey Andrew, by the way. Nice seeing you around. I think right now, if you want to play competitively, I'd still suggest playing Easel. Liberators is pretty cool with the new mechanic, but it doesn't have as much pressure and options as the Easel build at the moment. But wait until, you know, set 12 and onwards, there will be gradually a lot more Liberator support in the form of Carmor, another Alfred, a better Alfred. You will see what else? Easel Scissors. So a lot of options for Gold Paladin. Don't give up on the clan just yet. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So here, what I'm guessing is that our opponent has a PG and a grade 3. I hope a PG and a grade 3. And what that means is that our opponent will proc the PG, will lose the grade 3 for the break ride, and our opponent's still at 3 damage, so we still damage denying them. If not, we put our opponent at 5, and I hope they don't have Gauntlet Buster to finish off the game. If they do, then it's GG. I mean, I have no play. I didn't see any Diamantes or Basils. I couldn't search with it with Eric. I had to play out the first Basil for the early game defense and offense for that situation. So just hope they don't have the Gauntlet at this point. So you kind of beat him, right? Yeah. How often you hit a Pale Moon player on rank nowadays? Just curious. I have not seen a single Pale Moon player since the season reset. Pale Moon's very rare. I think I play a lot of Rano. Message retracted. It's because a lot of the clans nowadays, no break 5. Perfect. It's because a lot of the clans right now have front row retire. In terms of restrictions as well, you know, you have to retire front row rear guard. You have Vowing Sword. You have cards like, what's that? What's the vanilla of Narukami retiring? You have cards like the Spirits, Blaster Blade Spirits. You have Blaster Blade Liberator, which is a ranked reward. You have Blouse with the multi-attack, restanding rear guards. So what that means is that the dragon isn't as effective as it used to be, and without the stall strategy with Pale Moon right now, it doesn't have as much offensively, and so it is slightly lacking. So our opponent didn't show that they had a PG or a grade 3 last turn, so I don't think they do have one. They do have both. Maybe they drew into it, but I'm fine. I have 3 options for lethal. It's okay. Meh. Still have my 21k column. Pale Moon's bad against double intercepts. It was tier 1 on release, tier 1 on release though, it was killing me a lot. Yeah, you have to learn to play around it. Is there anything you guys want to see? Thing is, unfortunately, because we don't have new stuff, I get bored. So maybe we can play. Thought I would ask, as a Pale Moon, still winning fights whether I get on, but glad to hear other people's thoughts. Definitely, one of the things about this game is like, everyone wants to play new stuff, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean it's good stuff. I think we can all agree that Liberators is new, and it's nice, it's super cool, Break Ride is fun, but that doesn't necessarily translate to, you know, a meta deck. I think that's a good thing about this game, is that the old decks still have viability. It might not be as great as it used to be. I mean, Pale Moon, but it still does what it needs to do. It's still very solid, and still a pain in the ass when everything. What about Spike Brothers? You want to play? You want me to play Spike Brothers? Spike Brothers right now is pretty bad. It's no good. NG. No good. Vermilion. Hold on, let me show you something. I don't have a single Narukami deck. I do. All right. Feast your eyes. Wait. I should go back. Play Vermilion. I do have 4 Vermilions, but I'll explain why I don't play it. Oh, and everyone, remember to save your stamina. I accidentally clicked it. Save your stamina for the VP mission for when the event comes out in 5.5 hours. Don't spend your stamina yet. Maximize those dice gains. If you like the skins. I like the skins. Alright, so, you know, I played a lot of MLB because I'm a tryhard and I want to win. 1,240. Played a lot of Nova Grapplers because it was the easiest deck to do well at the beginning of the game. Lots of free-to-play options like Gold Rutiel and stuff. clan level 0. And the 10 points is because I did the troll video. If anyone wants to know about the best deck in the game, check out that video. It's for the memes. Do you remember fighting you back in September? I had a fun fight. Yo, guess what? Who wants to play? Who wants to play right now? I'm bored of ladder. Want to play some fun stuff? What VP? You know how like it's like you get login for dice at this time, this time, this time. If you have 30,000 VP, you get like 2 dice. If you get 40,000 VP, you get 2 dice. If you get 50,000 VP, you get like 1 dice or something. It's like 3, 4, and 5. There's like 3 different VP rewards for more dice. So if you want to move around the board faster, and you don't have a lot of time to play, then I suggest saving the VP. Anyways, what was I gonna show? I was gonna show this. Zero out of 4. 0 out of 4. So no bueno with the Vermilion. I mean, you can probably tell why I didn't play Dungaree or did a showcase on it. I think it's a really good deck. But spicy. But no Dungaree, no luck with that. No unlimited. So unfortunately I can't do Vermilion. Me, so you didn't open any packs. Hi Kung Kung. I'm saving for the SP Metal system. I'm farming right now. I'm at 483,992 and 1,387. Of course, you're gonna need more rare drops, but I think opening packs will solve that problem for me. I want to play against you. I play. All right, cool. Let's do friend fights then. And I kind of want to keep the stream on so people can still watch my play. So I'll keep this an honesty system. If you're playing, just move away from the stream for a while. Don't look at my hand. Just to make it fair. Oh no, man! I hope you pull everything. Yeah, unfortunately no, but it's okay. With hard work and farming, something will happen. We will make it work. Hopefully eradicators don't eradicate me. So I'm gonna create the room. How we're gonna do it is first come, first serve. Whoever gets to the room first gets to play. Yeah, best of luck. I think we can do a stream for another an hour and a bit, but after that I will have to actually go back to getting some schoolwork done because didn't expect a lot of you to be here impromptu, so it's very nice. Room code right there. Oh man, I have 3 Dungaree, 10 Vermilion, 1 Blood, and 1 Unlimited. Nice Vermilions. 10 Vermilions, does that mean you got the 4 original, 4 because of Legend 50, and then 2 because you were top 10? Or is it you pulled 10 duplicates? What are you going to school for? I am studying university in Toronto, studying business management, commerce school, marketing and strategy, and innovation, and a minor in economics. So yeah. All right, we got our first contender. What should we play, chat? What should we play? Someone said, okay, let me scroll up. Someone said Spike Brothers. Spike Brothers is pretty bad right now though. But I guess we can play some Spike Brothers. Let me make some quick edits here. I think I have 3 of this shiny one. Okay, safe. Oh, nice. Yeah. How's everyone doing? VP farmers who don't attack, why? Exactly, why? Fam. Especially when they go to grade 3. So here, look, they added this. Sometimes I forget and I look away, so I forget the matchup and I forget my starting Vanguard, especially if I'm playtesting, mixing around decks. So I want my grade 3. Seyfried. Top 100? Solid. Nice. Nicely done. Narukami top 100? I thought they changed the Did they change it during the Narukami season? I guess so, maybe. What are everyone's thoughts on Great Nature in this meta? In JP, I recall Great Nature topping in a qualifying tournament. Not gonna use the heal trigger right now because, well, I don't need the booster or the grade 2 at the moment, and if I shuffle it in, it means the odds of me hitting a heal trigger for no reason went up unnecessarily, right? So no need to use it right now. Keep it in your hand, safe and dandy. Put it back when you need it. Hamusuke. It's the other clan I can play, so I am biased. Yeah. Was it? Top 100. Oh, yeah. You're right. 100%. Right now, top 500 right now, top 500 is 2 copies. But before it was always top 100 2 copies. Right. I remember I got 2 foil perfect risers as well for that season. But yeah. The grind's crazy though, man. Have you topped in other seasons? I mean, I remember you said you're top 100 right now too. It's not good. It's not good here. That's for sure. It's tiring. Great Nature seems real nice to me, although yeah, I do not have any intent to build it. Well, you know, that's the thing. Ooh, the heal trigger! Ease game. Hit triggers win game. So we know that the first card they kept. The next 2 cards is grade 1 Hamusuke. The next 2 cards is grade 2 Hamusuke. And the third card is the +1 from the starter. Remember your order. Another one is from the duckbill. So we have 4 cards that we know and 3 cards that are unknown. 1 card from the starting hand. So with this setup, I want to ride into the grade 3 drive check skill before going into the limit break. I think our opponent's going to outvalue us with the Hamusukes, so we need to find a way to catch up in terms of card advantage. And we haven't shown a lot of grade 3s so far, so the odds are pretty good, comfortable. Top 500 get with the same title. Different title though. Top 100 has the season colors, while top 500 is the generic bland one. Waiting for Brick Ride Spikes. Me too. Brick Ride Spikes will be fun. Ah, I missed. I forgot which card they pulled out the Leopold from. Not right now. I love the small quality of life changes the game added with this set. I know. I love it. 100%. They're on a roll. I don't know what this is for though. What is this? It tells you that you muted your opponent, right? Does it tell you your opponent muted you? I don't think so. Just kind of ugly. Get that away. Not right now, but I could have done it Easel season if I really wanted to, but there's no point. You can't deconstruct them. I was top 100 Planet Easel season, but then I was like, who cares? Then got 500 instead. That's 2 SPs too. So yeah. Yeah, I got top 500. I did my once in a lifetime grind to top ladder, and I think that's it for me. It's too much. Let the Draconic Nation conquer. It's For my playstyle, I don't like playing too aggressively with the General Seyfried. If it happens, then I get to call out a rearguard to the bottom circle. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I don't want to risk it unnecessarily. And especially when you hit something like a Juggernaut, you'll use it for your multi-attack turn next turn anyways. Just save it. I want my defense. Especially right now since I'm at 3, our opponent primarily will do 3 attacks in a turn. So rearguard to rearguard, rearguard to rearguard, Vanguard to face. That puts me to 4. And that lets me go into the other Vanguard, built out 1 extra soul so I can do some other shenanigans more comfortably, and just set the pace for my game. Did Entropy get set 9? There's no pack opening vid. Well, you got the answer you wanted, Maelstrom Wind. I did not. I'm a poor peasant, university student, no income. No, not enough to cover playing this, rolling a gacha. No good. So yeah, get people to subscribe. Maybe I'll get like, a few cents from YouTube paycheck, and then I'll get like 1 pack, a single pack opening from your support. If y'all make it happen to me, I will actually do it. 1 pack opening of paid gems. Pack opening after 2 weeks. Yep, 2 weeks later. Because you searched it because of the SP, it's information. I forgot what happened. J'ai oublié. I'm sorry. All right, let's do it. Call the Juggernauts out first because, well, they're triggers, right? I forgot that you get to choose what to Soul Blast now. So it's like, wait, what is this? What is this? Usually you swipe, right? It's more intuitive, but with Genesis, they actually gave that option to them. It's information. C'est pas grave. I'm sorry, my French is limited. I had to learn French because I went to a Canadian school. Counterblast 1, no. Alright, top deck trigger time. Oh well. Set 5 beatdown. We will get another season of beating down people once they get their support with Batandega. Spikes is so good. I wish Spikes had a self-damager. Out of control. Would be a bit out of control. Cool. Were your classes in French? No, they were in English, but I remember my French teacher back in middle school really thought that, you know, you can't learn a language unless it's like taught like a first language. So in linguistics, you actually learn that like when you're growing up as a kid, there's like 2 stages. Like there's first stage, which is like you can actually learn a language as a first language, and at like around 4 or 5, I'd like to say, everything else you learn is counted is like, the way you function is slightly different, and you'll learn them as a second language, right? Like it will not be as organic as your initial language. So our French teacher wanted to do that first language kind of thing, and like just speak French like all day in French class. It was just je suis French teacher, j'ai parlé français, blah blah blah, and then most of us never actually learned anything, unfortunately. But don't tell her. It'd be heartbreaking. All right, our lethal turn. We either win here or we lose. Opponent has no intercepts, shown 4 heals, no PGs. So 3 at most. We have 3 attacks at most. Let's make it happen. No heals, right? No heals. Neuroscience major. Yeah, if anyone wants to add on to that, I'd love to hear more about that. It's super fun. I took a linguistics course very briefly in my second year. It was too big brain for Entropy. I'm fucking dumb, so I dropped it. Whee! That's a good game. Very close. Unfortunately, our opponent had to call it a Leopold to the front row. That didn't work out. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to hop in, I'll close the room. We can play another time. That was fun. Yeah, Spikes versus Great Nature is something you don't usually see nowadays. So GG, man. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. It was a close game. You had me with the damage all game, but yeah, Spikes has great burst potential, and that PG search came in handy. I'm gonna open the room, and I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. So, you guys, good luck, have fun with the queuing. Did we get someone? Yeah. Thanks for the game. I hope I don't mispronounce your name, but Hisham. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it was super cool. Hope you stick around. Wait, where did that player go? Where'd you go? Come back. QK Knight. Say hi in the chat. Hi. What should we play? What should we play? Our opponent seems like a Narukami player. Wait, is this Grand Blue Gaming? Top 100 in the Narukami season. Coincidence? There's only 100 of you that got that. So, what should we play? Opponent's playing Narukami Vermilion? If it's Grand Blue Gaming, maybe it's Vermilion. Maybe it's trying to play some. Got you. Big brain level 100. Yeah, I was calling you out. All right, let's play this. All right, Grand Blue Gaming. Let's talk to you later. I mean, if you want to stick around in the chat, just oh wow, surprise, surprise! It's Aquaforce. Okay, didn't go as I expected, but oh, so good. Easel. Easel's just one of those decks where most trigger lineups work with it, you know? Like again with my deck profile, I explained how, you know, if you want draw power or card advantage, Easel does that for you, right? Chrome Jailer does that for you. If you want multi-attack, the spirits do that for you, right? Like it's not directly, it's indirect multi-attack, right? Because you're getting rid of your opponent's intercepts or shield options, you essentially get more attacks to your opponent's face. With the what other draw? I mean, crit. You can always go into Chrome Jailer or Pelennor, and you can always do that for, you know, more guaranteed lethal or a better shot at finishing off the game. So. Not gonna do anything here. Want the limit break next turn. So where is everyone? Why is it so quiet now? Should we do something else? Algos. What does everyone think about Algos? It's not as common. It's double rare. But I don't see it often as a pick. Would be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. So again, Aquaforce, I tend to like, especially early game, I like to have the 2-column setup, 1 intercept, 1 Vanguard, because what that means is if our opponent, if we accidentally put our opponent to 4 earlier on, guess not. What that means is our opponent will want to use the Maelstrom Limit Break. Oh, I guess so. And that means they will want to still do the 4th attacks stuff, but since we only have Vanguard or 1 rearguard, our opponent's probably going to whiff, you know, 2 attacks. So only 2 out of 4 effective attacks, 3 out of 4 effective attacks is better than sending a rearguard to die in this case. Grand Blue has so much potential. Yes, I really want to do. I can't wait. This month for JP seems so much fun. Honestly, I was considering just giving up on global for 1 month. Let it sleep. Go to JP. Reroll for Shadows or Link Joker. Play that. But unfortunately, I don't have the time spend to reroll. I don't have the effort to handle 2 accounts at the same time. So that's not happening for me. But yeah, Granblue is super neat. Algos is generally for plussing, and it's plus 5,000 skill. Yeah, helps you hit numbers. But most of the time, you're gonna have the 4th attack be Maelstrom, anyways. Unless you play the Naval Gazer variant, or you're a really aggressive player. On your turn 2, going with the Algos Vanguard and then multi-attack already. But because most players in Zero, you are not going to develop your board earlier on. Most of the 2nd or 3rd attacks for the 4th attack turn, for the 4 attack turns, is going to whiff. And so the Algos is not as good in Zero than in TCG, in my opinion. To support that, we see less Algos in list that top. But I can't deny that the plus 5 definitely does help you hit numbers from time to time. And sometimes your Maelstrom just can't be the 4th attack because of your opponent's high number of rearguards. And so in those situations, the Algos does help. 420, let's go. Thank you, G. Didn't say hi, by the way. That was rude of me. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I was really surprised that there's a lot of people chatting here, joining us today. I usually do videos every other day, but today I was just for the last few days I was just mostly busy with schoolwork and stuff. Didn't really have a lot of time to make any notes or any ideas for content. So live stream it is. Let me know if you like it. If you don't, I guess I'll do less of it. But if you do like it, then let me know, and maybe we can do more of these because I like playing with you guys. I like talking to you guys. If you want a little bit of one-on-one, NG contacted me recently, and he's like, "Yo, I have a few things I want tips on." We got together on Discord. He sent me some games. I did some analysis on it, gave him some recommendations, and he was pretty content with the results. Catering some card choices based on your playstyle, based on your mulligan style, based on your early game, late game priorities. Definitely can help you, but sometimes a lot of people don't have enough time to play this game. Every game is like 10-15 minutes. So 6 damage heal. All right. Oh no, the glory turn. Oh no. I tried to hard filter with Easel. Try to get my din drains, but no luck with the PGs. Maelstrom. Naval Gazer. All right. How many heals do we have left? We have 2 heals left. Exactly enough to tank this glory hit. If our opponent doesn't play that one sneaky crit or something. All right, here we go. For the game, double heal. For the game. Come on, Pelnors. Come on. All right. GG Granblue Gaming, Mr. Knight. That was a pretty good exchange. I got super lucky with the multi crit. So, oh my god, what the that was a pretty crazy game. Get 0422. As a Pale Moon player, a game is not 10 to 15 minutes. Lol. Yeah, like here's the thing, right? Like obviously the game, in terms of the actual game, the only thing you genuinely have is PvP. And the way PvP success is measured is by number of wins back to back with tournament mode and champions tournament, or speed of winning, right? If you want to chase, top ranks. And so unfortunately, some clans are good, but they're more technical. There's more things you have to choose. There's more decision points, and so because there's more points of making choices, it's easier to misplay in that sense. And of course, because there's more choices you have to make, the games are longer. And so these clans are generally less popular than others, just because of the way that the game is framed. To plot armor, golds were supposed to win. That's true plot armor. Good player, good job. You played well, even with an incomplete deck. I don't think the Naval Gazer or the Algos is 100% intentional. I think if you had 4 Maelstorms, 4 Glories, 4 Diamantes, you'd play that. Maybe the Naval Gazer is the one-off. If that's the case, then yeah, I think Naval Gazer is a decent backup, especially when you don't have your Diamantes or Basil draws. The Naval Gazer can still at least give you one extra column of attack. Most of the time, one extra column. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys need the code. Sorry. All right, we're gonna play. Is anyone interested in the friend fight? If no one's interested, then we'll go back to ranked fights. We'll play like 2 more games, and then we'll call it a day. I supposed to be working on my finances. But Mr. Bleeding Apple, yo, what's up? It's NG, by the way. Say hi to NG here. He's so Segwa Rides, Boulder Smashing Knight, Segwa Rides. Yeah. I feel like we tend to do the mirror match often now that we've made changes. So something about Mr. Bleeding Knight's playstyle is that he's comfortable sticking with the PBO mulligan, and plays really aggressively, likes to put grade 1 boosters behind Vanguard. And so yeah, GG Grand Blue Gaming. You did good. Great player. Good stuff. And because you're more aggressive, like to invest in the middle column, and you're okay with riding PBO instead of PBD first, I suggested he play the Painter. Nightmare Painter, drop it down, 7k body, and you get to put the PBD back inside to counteract the Aqua Force. That was pretty popular back then. Gave some tips with the car positioning, counterblast usage, considering if you should play 4 Curse Lancer or 4 Masquerade. Because he's more of an aggressive player, I still think 9+3, like 4 of those Masquerades are still pretty good. And just be careful with your counterblast in the early game, so you have more flexibility getting rid of intercepts in the late game, since you're playing it as a more aggressive deck. I'm sorry I'm spinning around in the chair. I just fidget a lot. But yeah, if you're interested in getting any, there's a nightmare painter. In getting any insights, if you're stuck on something, even if it's not me, like just go find someone else that plays the game as well. Just ask them, can you watch the game? What do you think? What do you think about my play? What do you think is going on? I think it could definitely help to get a different set of eyes. Decks like Eradicators will win or lose fast, so yeah, perfect for ranked. Exactly. It's a different, you have different intention, right, going into the game. So, some decks perform better than others. And I mean, even in a competitive standpoint, Eradicators just has more tools in the box. And one other thing is some decks are really linear in terms of what you should play. Like Shadows is kind of solved. You should play, the questions is like, oh, what do you play in the grade 1 tech slot? Is it Nightmare Painter? Is it Arian Rod? Is it 6+2? For the grade 2 slot, it's like, do you play one more Masquerade or Curse Lancer or cut the one Blaster Dark? And then grade 3 slot is, do you play Dark Dictator or do you play 10+2? So not a lot of flexibility. So if you're playing against a Shadow player unranked, you generally know what you want to play around, generally. But against Eradicator players, they have so many options, right? Some people might like the Desert Gunners a lot. And they play the Desert Gunners. I didn't see it in a lot of Eradicator builds recently. So that's something that could catch you off guard, right? Even if you set up the double intercepts, even if the opponent doesn't have counterblast, they can still hit face. You could always still play Saishin. Less restrictive with the starter enabler, starter removal. Definitely, also an option. You can also play, what else can you play? You can also play more on flippers who are more better blast management. You can play more removal. So many options with Narukami, which makes it so good on ladder and in competitive tournaments. I have 4 of everything, playing Naval Gazer for backup and playing the Algos for extra draw, but yeah, I should change it. If you like playing aggressively earlier on, and if you are playing the Naval Gazer, I think Algos is a decent choice. Like if you're not playing Naval Gazer, then I probably would stay away from Algos. And if you rewatch the live stream, you will see that I made these comments or observations as well. But yeah, so. You don't like this. This is not good. This does not spark joy. This does not spark joy. No. I want to put them to 3, and that means that I can hopefully pull out a PG. At least someone can take the 4th wave. That's unfortunate. That's just how the game works, right? I mean, I think it's okay. The good thing is car into car into car means free pluses, right? Fuel for the dragons. So the 10k and assaults is better, I think. I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. IP some. What does that mean? Yeah, like the thing is, right, like sometimes you play against your opponent with like big bodies for grade 2s, intercepts, like the 12k intercepts, and your rear guards can't hit through them. So when your Maelstrom has to hit a rear guard, at least your 4th Algos can be 14 by itself with a counterblast, maybe a AK booster 22, hit a trigger that's 27, and it'll still hit your opponent's Vanguard, right? So +1. Personally play Laz and Coral Assault too, but I can see. Yeah. Why people play Aloha too? Who is Aloha? Let me search that up. Sorry, my Chrome is lagging. Can anyone copy and paste the text for Aloha? Yeah, you can get sneaky 1 more damage sometimes. Yeah. 9 + 5, 14, hits cross right numbers. I can see. All right, this is our do or die turn. Can we even do or die? We can't. It's GG. We don't have a booster. Yeah. Ideally, if we have a booster, we can hit 9 + 6, for example, 15 to opponent's 13, and then with 11 + 6, 17 + 10, 27 to crit, and hope our opponent doesn't have PG. But unfortunately, that is not the case. We don't play crits here, so at best, we pull out a PG. At worst, we put them to 5, and then we're gonna die anyways. Unless we hit that one last heal. And our opponent doesn't have that PBO. Yeah, if we had the booster. No, I'm losing my voice. I love Narukami. I thought, okay, go back to the video, and I said I thought you were gonna play Vermilion or Narukami, at the very least. So, I wonder what else is in your hand, bro. You know, not a PG. Are you saving that PBO for this turn? 21k column to beat the heal. Just need a 12k attacker. 11k attacker. And then you got the solid win. There you go. Let's play it through. Let's see if we get the heal trigger. No, PBD. All right, GG. It's shamed Entropy loses game in mirror match. It's over. My career's over. But yeah. All right, so I want to take a break from the games. If anyone still wants to stay around and chat a bit, you know, you can do so. But yeah. What is this? Friend? Is someone at me? Iconic 7. Hey man. Maybe he left, but maybe he or she or they left. But car into car into car, worst combo ever. Yo, don't underestimate the power of free plussing. But yeah, that I needed the heals. I needed the heals there. I just like, but GG. It was good. It was good. Built up the columns, played around the heal. Solid. I used to like messing with Donnerschlag in Shadows. Quite fun sometimes. Donnerschlag's the 8 retire plus 4. Was it? Let's see. Oh, I should go to crafting. It was the worst nightmare for a Shadow player. Especially when you're not on PBD. If you're on PBD, you can still like, you know, counterblast 2, kill off all the cars, get an extra crit, 10k, retire something. But on PBO though, it's not the most ideal situation. Clog is not good. Shadow Paladin. Dawn. Or is Donnerschlag this guy? Donnerschlag. Yes. The castle. Apologies. So something about this card in the original TCG was that its skill was actually, it used to be a 10k. It's when attacking, it gets +2. And then if your Vanguard is not Phantom Blaster or Blaster Dark, it gets -5, I believe. So I think they added the base power, just made it a 12k base because you get punished a lot if you're not on the right Vanguard. Especially since there are more, yeah, if you're not on the right Vanguard, and especially since, you know, some of these clans eventually get cross rides on their grade 3. So for example, PBD gets PBO, Blau gets one of those, Galaxy Blau? I forgot the name. But yeah, like they eventually become a card that you want to eventually ride something else on top of. So in order to make it slightly better, I guess making it a static 12 -5, 12k defense is important in this game, and it gives more value to that specific ride chain. So yeah. Something else about this ride chain is that it didn't have the skill to call it out from the soul. So in clans like Shadow Paladin, when you have to eat your own units, or clans like Novo Grapplers, when you want that booster, you don't have a lot of card advantage generation, you want just stuff on the field, that extra 5k booster can definitely come in handy. Do you have does anyone have anything else you want to talk about, or I might head out soon. Does anyone use the tech forum? Actually, the tech forum is honestly, you won't see a lot of amazing decks out there. I'd say that, like, some decks are janky, you know, but what you can see is, well, at least it's a nice little scope into what people are playing. Like, even if they're trolling or not, at least you'll see what other people are thinking about. Like, for example, here, Street Bouncer. I think Street Bouncer is a pretty good pick for Ethics Blaster. That's a good name. Play the old PG because you just want to stay away from 4th damage. And when you're on the 4th damage turn or 5th damage turn, you will seal the deal when you spend all your PGs and stuff. You don't want to get rushed down to 5 too early on when you don't have your pieces, especially when decks in the meta can do that in with Eradicators. So yeah, I mean, this card we talked about, Energy Charger, Soul Blast 2 draw 1. Do Revengers get a boss monster in between Raging Form and Drag Ruler? Well, first of all, welcome Ethos. If I mispronunciated that, let me know. I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. I'm not familiar with that name. The answer is they have promos, but they're integrated as part of set 12, I think, right now. So you will not get any more iconic units outside of Raging Form and Drag Ruler. But yeah, so unfortunately, no. The answer is no. This deck is pretty good. Look at that SP. Ooh, So nice. Yamata no Drake. One thing I like about Zero is that I don't own it, so I can't go into it. About Zero is that you get to see some interesting synergies because of the limitations. So some people say, because you have to play 13 grade 1s, 13 grade 2s, and 13 grade 3s, Zero is less skilled. But I actually argue because you have to play 13 grade 3s, because you're stuck in that format, you have to be more creative with your blocks, right? Before you're riding from grade 1 to grade 3, you're having more grade 1s and less grade 3s, right? Because of course, in your opening hand, you want to have a grade 1, and then you want to get your grade 2, and then you want to get your grade 3. In your turn 1, your drive check 1, turn 1, draw 1, drive check 1, you have 2 chances to then draw into your grade 2. And then you have two chances to get into your grade 3. And so most decks actually build like a pyramid, like zeros, most grade 0s, and then grade 1s, and then grade 2s and grade 3s. But in this game, they force you to play a block, same number of grade 1s as grade 2s as grade 3s. And what that means is consistency, the prone of getting grade stuck is higher. And in compensation, they tried improving ride chains. They tried pushing it, they tried making it so you have cards like, give me an example, come on. Cards like this. Before, if you did not ride the grade 1, you get to call it out. If you rolled the grade 1 and whiffed, you don't get anything, right? They try to improve it by at least giving you a compensation prize for not plussing out of it. You still get the 5K booster. So small changes like this definitely does help. But yeah, adding on to the grade stuck issue, remember when I said you get to draw for turn and you get to drive check? You don't draw the drive check anymore. So the odds of getting grade stuck is actually even higher. There's just so many factors that make it more plausible. And so we got to a point where JP had to implement a force mulligan, anti-grade stuck mechanic. In your opening hand, you're guaranteed 1 grade 1 and 1 grade 2. So that happened for the better, I think, because people don't like getting grade stuck. You don't actually get to play the game. I mean, you can still win games, right? Like, if you watch back the stream, if you didn't show up in the beginning, I got grade stuck and you can still win, definitely. But it's not fun. I think it's fun when both players get to do their own thing, get to do what they want to do with their boss units and stuff, get to do their combos, and there's that layer of interaction. Yeah, it's not fun when you just get grade stuck and just beat down. I just see the tournament thingy top player deck to make the deck. Yeah, I think most of the time, deck form, the thing is, right, like if you look at the top tournament players, especially if you look at JP, the meta is different, right? Like what's popular is slightly different. You're a few sets apart, and you don't have as much hindsight as Global. Global gets to see results 3 months in advance. And that means 3 months of extra processing of what the meta is going to be. The banners are slightly different, so what cards people have could be slightly different. So there are slight implications of using JP net decks, but overall, I think it's a good way to look at it. But just remember that the timing is slightly different, and there could be some slight differences. And always remember to cater a deck towards your own playstyle, and don't just play it one-to-one. Because everyone plays slightly differently, and just because a deck has success with someone doesn't mean it will have success with you. Especially with clans with a lot of options like Murakami that you're playing, definitely have to find what works for you and what doesn't, and focus on what works and get rid of what doesn't. Only 2 more months, and then no one will get grade stuck at 0 or 1. Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to that. I don't like having that happen, but it is part of the game for now. And so you just gotta live with it. But yeah, so I guess that is it for this live. I will have to go prepare dinner for myself and then get some work done while I do that. Enough Vanguard 0 for me for today. Log in for the dice event. Remember, in 4.5 hours we will get the dice event. Pick up that Genesis skin, pick up that IG Gold Paladin skin. Super slick. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. I'll wait for you all to leave. I feel rude to leave first. Ooh, busy. Wonder how does that work? Oh, you blocked them off? Huh? Do. If you want to see any of the new content, check out Wolzard. Wolzard is a pretty cool guy. If you're interested in stuff like Power Rangers and Kamen Rider and Mecha and stuff, he does content for that too. I think it's pretty popular. So. All right, why is everyone still here? Is the viewer count broken? It's stuck at 11. So I guess that is, it's 2 hours, 2 hours stream. That was really fun. But all the good things have to come to an end. And yeah, let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And see you all next time.